All right, we're back for the second half of Burning Bread. The final episode. As chat is remarking on, TTRPG games rarely go how you intend. Just to remark on that, Burning Wheel is a game specifically where it's been described. Who you are is not who you're going to be in 6 episodes. Like your character sheet's going to look different. Your beliefs and instincts and traits are all going to look different. You're going to have different goals. Things move on.
You get jumped by a bunch of kids in the dust.
It changes you.
Dust bath.
Changed me. After that moment, I was never the same. I knew then that I hated children. Forever.
I keep looking over my shoulder, ducking around corners. My mind's playing tricks on me.
No, we're done. Any last minute business you want to wrap up?
No, just I think we all have our plans as far as what we want to happen once we win this contest. So it's the last episode. I have no more plans. I'm just trying to keep my nerves calm as I wait for my flight tomorrow. So, hence extra big glass. I'm not much of a drinker, but it should knock me out nicely.
I heard that the best thing for flights are virtual reality helmets.
Yeah, I can't afford that.
And then you're just like in your own virtual reality. It's probably less than the price of the plane ticket.
No, I downloaded the app Sword and Sorcery for my phone. You're supposed to be able to put in headphones. It's supposed to be musically fantastic. And I'm gonna try that. Stick it up to my face like this. Just keep it on.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Okay. Okay. So, the day of the competition, I understand that you're pre-baking a pizza and taking it down? Maybe several pizzas? Is that how this is happening?
Yeah, well, first, my wife is going to braid my beard.
Of course.
And like I'll
In the
put
traditional
on,
battle manner.
yeah, and I'll like put on my nicest dwarven clothes, which are the most beautiful hues of dark gray and dark brown.
They just like regular gray and brown and the rest of you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the same color range as dwarves do?
Right, so you can't like appreciate the whole gradient effect that it gets.
They dwarves see in harmonics, like every fifth hue like sings to them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't understand music though.
We do like loud noise though, just loud noise.
Just loud noise.
Oh, this reminds me of a scene out of Eric the Viking. A fantastic movie. If you've never seen it, watch it. You'll understand. You'll understand.
Okay, so then I'm all fancied up and ready to go.
Excellent. Excellent.
I'm going to put on my finery before we go.
Oh, yes. Yes. What does your finery look like?
It's probably like a very vibrant blue dress with like golden trim around the edges.
For a second there, I thought you were going to go full bell, but then you were like, nope, it's fine. It's got gold trim. Excellent.
I like blue. It's pretty.
I saw a good one today. It was someone tweeted, I thought I was going to grow up to be Belle, but then I grew up to be this lady. And it was the like lady with with a bunch of babies screaming that she needs 6 eggs.
Yeah. Gaston eats all the fucking eggs, man. He eats 5 dozen eggs every day.
Every day.
He's roughly the size of a barge. And that's the one disappointment that I have about that movie is that Gaston, the actor they have doing Gaston is very good, but he's not fucking shredded like Gaston is. Like,
they should have at least like fixed it with like CGI.
Yeah, they should have CGI. I mean, like,
that would have been hilarious. Huge.
They should have had Batista or The Rock as like anytime he showed muscles.
The Rock would have been a great
face swap him.
Face swap it.
They just
Make sure it's like.
Because Gaston's very eyebrow active, right? Yeah.
Do you smell what Gaston is cooking, Maurice? You're gonna let me marry your daughter. No, all right. We're dressed. Let's talk about preparations for making pizza.
Mhm.
You're baking and cooking once more some fantastic ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I want to get all the nicest stuff from my garden.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a resources.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'll help gather.
I can help gather.
I don't know that you can help gather. I think you have 0
Right.
resources right now.
Oh,
But
okay. I will just make dough. I am just dough up to my elbows.
I have a cache too.
I'm learning foraging, but you can't help with a learned skill, right?
No, you can
Right.
only help with resources toward.
Okay.
So resources isn't just like money in a way. It's also like your ability to gather. It's like it is in Mouse Guard. Well, that might not be true. I think foraging is the skill. You know what? I'm not going to make you test on this, and here's why. We've established several times that this is your workshop, and that this is what you do. You gather the finest quality herbs and stuff from your garden. Why don't you make an herbology test? Herbalism? Herbalism, for sure.
Okay.
Let's make it. I'm gonna look up herbalism. Welcome to Burning Wheel, where even the GM has to look things up quite often. Yeah. I think one actually herbalism.
Oh, okay. I'll give it a shot then.
Okay. Anything you want to fork?
Can I fork plant wise
Yes.
and crop wise?
Yes.
And I have flower wise. Some herbs are flowers, maybe.
Yes. Sure.
Sweet.
Good luck.
Like getting a success.
I've gotten 2 successes on 9 die before, so well, no. I mean, then you can get 4 on 6 and wreck it. Also, there's a cat on screen.
Well,
Do
there
you
are
wanna
2 cats on screen tech.
you wanna fate?
You
Oh,
know,
that's-
it's the last one. I've got 7 fate. Why not?
Okay. Yeah. You can mark down a routine fate. I didn't even realize there was a cat behind Sam. That cat.
Fluffy. Fantastic.
Right, we're talking about you, cat. Wow, it moved to stay in the camera. That's even better. All right, yeah. You find some pretty good plants. I mean, it's not, truffles or anything, but people in a city are not used to getting this kind of level of fresh quality ingredient.
Ooh,
They
fresh
get
green
watery. Are you still those watery tomatoes, and the yolks of the egg are like all pale?
They're forced to eat iceberg lettuce instead of romaine.
They grow it on these little window planters, and it's not free range and glorious.
Ah, there we go. Locally sourced.
Mm-hmm.
Free trade. They don't even know what free trade is. You talk to them about it, they're like, what?
Non-GMO.
GMO?
We could have been using child labor, and we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just sounds like bad business practice.
All right.
I'm just hoping that Thomas can learn to stand up to Sarah's bullying ways.
Oh boy, that's going to be a day.
But that's not part of what we need to worry
Especially when they both have swords.
about. Well, if they don't,
good.
they don't.
I mean, that's where we're headed, like an arrow shot toward a target. Yeah, you will have an advantage die towards any cooking test roll.
Yay. I'll come back into the kitchen with like a big basket overflowing with very fresh herbs and like the best tomatoes you've ever seen. Set it on the table and say, all right, let's get cooking.
All right, so yeah, we get like some sauce simmering. We start dicing up all the fresh, fragrant herbs. And the kitchen bustles with the rising doughs and clouds of flour.
slice up a bit of that salami hanging there. Nobles enjoy being able to eat meat. They lord it over the peasants. That's what they do. Say, we can afford this and you can't. So for whatever our main entry is, that should have a bit of meat on it because that'll be impressive.
All right.
That's what I'm gonna do.
So it's Ob 4 to make a pizza, and since you're trying to make many pizzas, I feel fully justified in saying Ob 5.
Okay.
All right. Sarah has learned enough about cooking to have a cooking skill of 1.
Hooray!
And she will help you with cooking towards baking.
Yay!
Okay.
Don't fuck it up.
We have to bake and then cook, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to accept help?
Yes, please.
Okay. Sarah will help you.
Okay.
Reluctantly.
I'm baking help as well.
Okay.
Okay. So,
I'll help
my
her.
Okay, so that's 3 help.
Yep.
Baking is 5. I'm going to
Okay.
fork in my cooking and my daily bread wise.
Okay.
So I've got 3, so I've got 5 plus 5.
Okay. Difficulty
let's
is
see.
5.
So modifiers 5.
Bake
Submit.
that pizza.
Submit.
All right, let's talk about what happens if you succeed and fail before you submit it.
Oh, okay.
If you succeed, you're going to have a bunch of pizzas, and you will have 1 specialty pizza for the Viscount.
Okay.
If you fail, you will only have the 1 good pizza for the Viscount and a bunch of shitty pizzas.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
If you go to the
and I can poison the one for the Viscount. That's fine.
No.
We'll talk about
Oi!
that later.
Just joking. That's
Okay, I'm going to pousser le bouton, which means press a button.
Do it. Oh
What?
no.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, you
There are
got
2
6s.
6s.
Yes. So
Come on.
I have fate. I'd like to use some fate.
Okay.
So
Luck.
slash roll
2d6.
6 exclamation mark.
Oh boy, you got 5.
So
Just
up
good enough.
Just oh, it's all this
we pull the like.
Eh, we
And then we
all
like pull the last one out as there's like some sort of like the very last one in the back like catches fire. It's by the like skin of our teeth that we get all the other ones out in time.
The one in the back intermingles with some of the filings from the iron earlier.
Does this count as difficult or challenging?
No, it's a routine.
Damn.
For it to be difficult, you would have had to have 9 dice.
Challenge?
Sorry. Yeah, you would have only had 6 dice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be very close.
Whatever.
for it to be
I'd rather win the show than level up.
a challenging test requires you to have fewer dice than the difficulty.
Okay.
Really, the only way to accomplish those is with Persona, because when you use Persona, it doesn't increase the number of theoretical dice you have towards. Anyway,
Yeah, because it goes up on either end.
Oh, I forgot something in our preparation. I'm not even wearing my long fighting knife today. I
ooh,
bundled all that
very
up. I just
fancy.
have my regular, I have the kitchen knives that I would normally have.
Like a paring knife or something.
I have an example, but I can't reach it.
It's okay.
I've been sketching out. I have like a rough sketch for a design for like a circular knife
Fancy.
that will cut the pizza better.
That's amazing.
Instead of being a pizza roller, it's just like 8 blades of knives that you roll.
Are they spring loaded?
They're
The-
clockwork. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just looks like a baton, and then you press it and shing. Dwarven engineering, everybody. Speaking of dwarven engineering, Sarah, if you will accept the help, Evie will help you cooking.
Yeah.
Towards your
I-
cooking.
I can help. I have cooking.
Oh, that reminds me. For the rest of you, all of you got a test toward a difficulty 5 baking. So, whatever you were helping with, it was an Ob 5 test. So, it'll almost certainly be challenging. Well, let's see here. You're gonna get a difficult test, Eve. And Virgil, what was your baking? Okay, you get another challenging. You were muted.
No, yeah, that's all my challenging baking tests.
I mean, you're just gonna end up having infinite challenging.
I make 16 batches of brownies. I'm right. So there's rules though about what can help with cooking, or is it
Yes,
only
but baking is one of them.
Okay, yeah, okay, then I can still help. That's great. Good.
Okay, so I got 3
yep.
helps.
Yep.
And then can I add herbalism and cropwise again?
Herbalism, I think yes. Cropwise, not so much.
Okay.
You can cook. I'm sorry. Do you have baking?
No, I don't have baking.
No. I think herbalism, plant-wise, will help you.
Herbalism plant-wise.
Yeah. Yep.
And you said I got an extra thing.
You have an advantage die for those fresh ingredients. Well, yeah.
So does that add like 6 die instead of 5, or is it something special?
Yeah, you just add an extra die. Yep.
Okay.
So same deal here. Based on your success or failure, you'll have, you're always going to have the pizza for the Viscount. The question is, are you going to impress the crowd?
So base obstacles 5, right?
Yep. Oh, shit.
I want to reroll that 6.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you got plenty of stuff to do it with. Virgil, you have another challenging test, by the way.
All right.
And Anya, you were helping with baking, so you have a difficult test?
A difficult test for my cooking?
5 for 5? No, that might be...
The whole time, I'm just like, I kind of look like panicked. Like you guys are like, do this and this and this. And I'm like, all of that? You need me to do all of those right now? Like running around, like splashing water here and there. Like,
next oven you build, can you temperature control it somehow? Because we almost burnt this whole batch.
Twice.
He invents electricity just to get you a temperature-controlled oven.
Yeah, I'm like pouring sweat every once in a while. I just dunk my head in a basin.
If you take these long bars of lodestone and you take this copper wire and you take that watermill, maybe you can figure it out.
In fact, they're making a mill generator.
Hydroelectric power.
Yeah, you get a difficult test towards baking, Anya, and you guys get some good-looking pizzas. You don't exceed, you don't flare. Okay. They're just real good pizzas.
Okay.
But it's new and no one's ever had it.
It's new and no one's ever had it before. Yeah.
So how would they know? They have no comparison. So as long as it's delicious,
so
it doesn't have to be most delicious.
I think we see you loading up the wagon with the pizzas, and then we Hercules cut from the movie Hercules, where it fades into the wagon now pulling into the circle. There are dozens of cooks here. A lot of them appear to be pretty shitty and are just trying to get by with gimmicks and tricks. There's a lot of juggling and teriyaki. What's that? Hibachi? They're making it in front of people.
I knew how to do that.
A lot of flambe dishes, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. But the real topper of the king is the chef of iron, Minucci, where he himself is studiously working, and his sous chef and saucier are tossing knives to each other and swirling liquids around. They're there's a whole thing going on between them around him, and he's occasionally Minucci will stand up and play to the crowd, and the Viscount is sitting up on the platform where the gallows are on his chair, clapping for everyone and pointing and that was very good, yes, excellent. Are there any dogs? He seems to be spending a lot of time looking at Minucci's stand. Minucci is apparently making steamed pork buns.
Yeah.
Steamed pork buns? How one-dimensional.
No one has ever had them here before. He's explaining loudly about this wild recipe he got from far across the ocean and the rare ingredients that go into this. He's like, hoisin, soy sauce, wasabi. Look at the steam, and he whoosh, and the saucier subtly.
Is he making them for everybody?
He is. Not for everybody, but significant people.
Oh, we're making them for everybody.
Yeah, no, I know. You're a people of the people. He's very specific as to who he caters to.
I would like to attempt to get one of these to eat.
Yeah, you get up there. Manucci doesn't recognize you as being the dwarf from the alleyway. When you come up, he's like, "Sir Dwarf!"
I'm like,
So what he does, it's literally street magic. He whips out a napkin, and while the napkin is in place, the saucier has like handed him a thing, and so when the napkin comes back, there's
a magic bun has
yeah.
appeared.
And everyone's just like losing their shit, Chris Angel style. They're like, "Oh!" And he hands it to you. It's soft and round, and you can smell it. Sugar, that rarest of ingredients, that spice that is so hard to obtain. Liquid gold. This bun is filled with it.
Okay, so I'm eating this bun. I would like to try to appraise it against the deliciousness of our pizza.
Very well. Let's talk about success and failure.
I don't know why. I mean, I guess I just have one die in this. Is that really?
I mean, you probably have a bunch of forks that you can call in.
I just feel like I didn't know why it'd be one. What would it be based off of?
You're right. It should be higher. Whatever appraisal's based off of. It'll be half of whatever it's based on.
Oh, okay.
Architect, archcraft, appropriate weapons, appraisal. Okay, appraisal's perception. So your perception score is 5. So your appraisal should be 2. You are at 10. It's so only a. All right, let me ask you the question here. Are you attempting to appraise these as like precious works of art, or are you attempting to appraise them as just like street?
The artistry of the food.
Okay.
Like,
well, you've just screwed yourself. It's op 5.
Is it going to be? It doesn't matter. I'm magic watch. 2 dice.
Let's talk about success and failure. On a success, do you want to know whether yours is better or not, or do you want to ensure that yours is better? Are you using this success to basically like tell us like this is a fine masterpiece of a pizza?
Yeah, I want to know if it's better than ours. Like,
all right, that's my question.
Like, if it's
all you're looking for is it better, rather than stating it's better, then the failure will be you don't know, rather than the failure being it's not. Okay. Do you want to fork anything? You want to ask anybody for help?
So I can fork in baking.
Can I fork in like cooking to help them appraise it?
Yeah.
I can help.
Okay. So I
could use to help.
I start like tearing off little chunks to hand them. So that's 3 modifiers.
Manucci immediately darkens when he sees them. You get the idea that he assumed you were dead?
And now he knows who I am.
Yeah.
Oh, that gives me another idea.
What did you say? Ob 5?
Ob 5.
Boom.
Nice.
With the way that the Viscount goes, you're gonna lose this contest to him. Like, this pork bun's got the sugar, dog.
Okay.
And the Viscount, you've heard, is a sweet fiend.
Has he already tasted them?
No.
Okay. I would like to.
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be real close. But your fine dwarven sensibilities know that this pork bun is ever so slightly more favored by the ability of the human.
Like to. Luckily, Arthur, those kids that I met earlier.
Yeah.
They're waiting around seeing if they can get scraps of food because they know that there's a bunch of cooking being going on, and they'll throw away the crusts that they didn't want. So they might be around there, and I might be able to convince one of them for a resource or two to go knock over his whole fucking band.
All right. All right. This is a circles test for sure. Let's do it. Let's do
All
it.
right.
I cannot wait to see how difficult this is going to be for you.
It's gonna be impossible. It's
The
fine.
one good thing is that you've already met them, even if you don't have their names. It'd be slightly easier if you had their names. Okay. They have no relation with you at all. I'm going to give it a +2 just to start with. They're also a lower ranking than you, so that's +3. So now we're at 4. Are you looking for anything specific knowledge-wise for them to have or disposition-wise? Do you want them to, you know?
I mean, they're fucking punk kids. They don't
Okay.
need to. I don't
All right.
need any help from.
The
for
real
them
problem
being in
is
a
that you want
different
them. You want their help right here and now in the middle of trouble.
Yeah, but I do have that silver dagger that I can give to them.
We'll talk about. I mean, that doesn't help towards circles.
Right. But if they,
All right,
to
I have really
sweeten
bad
their
news. Your circle's difficulty is
6.
7.
7. Okay, I don't think I can do that. So I have 3.
I have good news for you. If you fail, I can be like, well, they're there, but they still hate you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and there's no forking on attributes.
If you had reputation or affiliation, you could call on it.
I do have reputation wise.
No, an actual reputation.
Oh, if I have that's what I'm trying to get. That's the whole point of this campaign.
I know.
I don't have one of those yet.
I know.
Okay, 3 dice to get 7 successes.
Yep. You're gonna get another challenging test towards circles for sure.
Yay.
No.
No 6.
No. Sorry. You want to give me the name of the leader of this little band of ruffians who's gonna murder your shit?
His name's Daniel.
All right, Daniel-san sees you flashing that silver dagger at him. Maybe I love the idea of you like using the reflection of the sun on the dagger to like get him in the eyes.
It's like,
and he comes storming forward after you've pulled away from the buns, like the bun stand. He snatches the bun out of your hand and starts eating it. He's like, "What the fuck do you want, you bloody fucking dwarf cracky blah 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 fuck."
Just wanted to make a deal. You make trouble for a lad over there juggling buns, and this blade is yours. You could be top of the pack of your little lads back in the dusty streets that you're on. Top of the pack, shiniest knife, and all I need is for you to go knock over all those pots full of steamy buns. Think about all those dirty buns on the ground too. Those will be in the for the taking of you and all your buddies. Bring them over later. Look what I got. Everyone's gonna be loving you.
All right, make a persuasion check. I'm gonna give you a +1 because you're front end offering him a very nice weapon.
It doesn't matter because it's a learned skill for me, and it's gonna be double whatever.
It's versus Ob2.
Okay.
On a failure, he may agree, but he's gonna ask you to do something you don't want to do. On a success, he'll do it for the knife.
Damn it.
Got any 6s?
Oh, I have a 6.
I have a 6.
You can do it.
Nope.
Oh.
That one.
All right. He looks at you. He's like, "Nah, bruv. That ain't good enough. I'll tell you what. I want you to go around the city and you rep for my crew. The Daniels. I'm Daniel. He's Daniel. He's Daniel over there. We're all Daniels. You go and you tell all your dwarf friends that the Daniels are the baddest bruvs around. And that none of them should ever mess with us." You agree?
Okay, so yeah. I'm just thinking of like how I want to phrase this to the kid. Okay, yeah, so I'm like, got that idea. Use what you can. Get to the top. Now, I need to get to the top of where I'm going. So we have ourselves a deal. You can get over to the top of that stage and make a little scene. I'll make sure that if anyone's trying to chase you, that'll be extra difficulty.
So he snatches the silver knife out of your hands. He's like, "Don't worry, we got this covered, eh?"
Aye.
Okay. So they fade into the crowd, unless you want to try to follow them.
No.
Okay, Anya, Evelyn, you just overheard that conversation.
Oh
I mean,
no.
they did it right in front of you.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
I had a different idea. You see, in my wonderful
Doyle
skill
rules.
toolkit, I have this nice skill toolkit, and I wrote it on the character sheet. It actually involves having honey. And I think that, well, what if we then drizzled a bit of this honey for the extra sweetness that we want to appease the Viscount? We can add that. We can quickly drizzle that nice bit of honey over this, and we'll add that, and maybe it'll just, at least a tie. We can do this. We don't need to knock over anything. We can add that. We'll find a little.
Done deal. Took care of it. It's not an issue.
Well, whether it works
We
or
need
not,
to win on our own merit.
we need to at least be as good, and we can do that. We can tinker. We can fiddle with this just enough to appeal to the sweet tooth. Plus, we do have those letters. Maybe if we, well,
Nope, burnt the letters.
what?
I don't think you burnt the letters. I think she has the
No,
letters.
I kept the letters because I'm the one who knows how to
okay,
read.
okay.
So I have them.
I was suggesting that we burn the letters. I thought it got done.
No. What I'm going to do is just while Minucci's working, I give Evelyn the vial of honey, and I'm just going to softly read. Well, just for him to hear me.
I'm imagining
The
you like
vial of
you pulled the
honey,
honey
right, guys?
out of a vest pocket, and then you roll like, and you pour it on, and everyone's just like, "Oh my god, is it gonna work?" And the
And
food
just-
taste tester's just like, "What did you add to this?"
Well, it's only for the Viscount's pizza, and then
This is bee vomit, the highest quality bee vomit.
yes, bee spit is the best. It is the sweetest, most perfect natural food, and it never goes bad.
I was gonna. Do we have like a way to bake something here too?
You could ask to borrow somebody's like mobile oven.
Because I was gonna say we could take the pizza, make a little bit of dough, drizzle the honey on it, and add like small dessert sticks to eat with it.
We could take one of his buns and chop it up and put it on top of one of the pizzas.
No.
No,
We can win this by ourselves without
I'm just
cheating.
joking.
it's
I'm not gonna
inferior
do that.
dough that just happens to have sugar, which appeals to the Viscount. But we make better dough than that. We just need to add the sweetness, and then we will overwhelm. But once that's all underway, then I am going to be close to where he is and just read out the contents of the letters to see if it'll kind of throw him off his game a little bit. So maybe like he doesn't duck out of the way of one of the knives at the time because I'm reading and I've uncovered his whole plot. I'm just trying to distract him, make him look bad. And Evie, if you sing while doing this, I'm sure the crowd would really appreciate it. I mean, you are the singing chef. That's what people know, and they're all doing gimmicks, but you have talent. And I think you should show it. I think you should. They need to see it.
Do you want to bake the breadsticks though? Little
Oh
dessert
yes,
ones?
I'll help with that. Sure. Okay. Yeah, no problem. That's easy to do. I pull out everything from my kit, bit to starter, dough, start doing whatever needs to be done.
Don't we
I'm
need
like
to
grating cheese for the top of the breadsticks.
Do you? I mean, first, I think you need to secure an oven here.
I was
before
gonna
you-
say.
I mean,
I'll make the dough. You go secure the oven. I'll start preparing everything.
I feel like it's going to be fairly difficult to get someone to let you borrow their extremely expensive mobile oven.
That's why we have Thomas and Sarah. Use them.
Okay.
I'm
tell-
not. I'm
you
not
tell me
suggesting
what your
anything.
plan is here. I'm
I
curious.
tell Evie and Rune. We have our apprentices.
I already got someone to knock over the stuff. Don't worry about it.
But we need to.
Don't get them
But that
to
doesn't
not
mean-
knock over the stuff.
That doesn't mean we win. We have to win because he likes ours best. Okay? Even if he might pick one up off the ground. We don't know. He might be desperate enough for sugar. don't know. It's some magical, weird drug from the East. Can't trust it. We have to win on our own merits. He might be so overcome by its power.
Is it Szechuan dip?
It's weird. See, the thing is, this conversation's so weird because we're so used to having sugar in like all. But before America began processing beet sugar, sugar was extremely rare and exceedingly expensive.
And now it comes from corn in a big thick syrup. They put in everything.
Okay,
I
so
like cane sugar.
all right, you're planning to make breadsticks or add honey. I'm not so clear on that, but all of it revolves around having a new way to cook. So who's frontlining this plan to get a new cooking apparatus?
I'll try it.
All right.
Let me see. I'll help. I'm gonna go help.
You
In
know anybody?
case they want.
Or are you just looking for someone in the crowd?
You said there's a lot of like amateur cooks here too.
Yes, quite a few.
Can I know like somebody that I met while I was a gardener?
Oh yeah, someone that you used to know.
Yeah.
Someone that you used to know. All right. You certainly share a life path with them, which is going to make this a heck of a lot easier. Are they the same station rank and social class as you? And I want to remind you that in this very 1%er type of lifestyle, you actually are in the very bottom of the 1%. Is this
2%?
amateur chef,
I think since they were like the gardener and not the like royal cook or whatever, I think they're lower than me.
Okay, all right. So up to. Do they have any special knowledge necessary or disposition?
I don't think so.
Okay. And you need them right here and now in the middle of trouble. So it's ob 5.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I put my persona to it?
Oh yes.
Try and make it
Give
slightly
you some more dice. That's a good plan.
less impossible.
Yep. I believe Virgil, you said you were going to help with this?
Yeah.
Do you have any way of knowing this person is the problem?
Unless I like only if I did some like oven repair for them.
I will flag that as a yes. If you would like to accept the help, Evie.
I would love to accept the help.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can add 2 to that, right?
Yes.
The base obstacle is 5.
5.
Oh dang!
Boy.
I got 2 6s though.
Well, that's good. You just need 2 more.
Oh well.
Nope. Tell me about this person you were attempting to summon up.
His name is Jackson. He's a local gardener. He's trying to make it big as a chef, but he's not a very good chef. He burns a lot of his food.
All right, yeah. So as you go over, Jackson is currently in the middle of a burning crusade. Everything that he has is on fire. People are laughing at him. He's clearly melting down. Not used to this much. Jackson just sees you coming over, and he's like, "Oh, good, Evie, you're here too, just to make fun of me. Oh, just a simple gardener. Jackson, not good enough for the court chef." He's like flipping a pancake out, and it's basically a frisbee of darkness.
Poor guy.
Are you okay, Jackson? You seem a little stressed.
He hates you. It's like, get away from me. You trying to sabotage? Listen, this is gonna be gold. I've got the good stuff. And he brings out a bottle of syrup. He's like, it doesn't matter where these are. You wouldn't say hockey pucks. It's idiomatic. Even if these are hockey pucks, he loves the syrup.
Stay
back.
Step out. I'm like, look, you obviously don't know how to use a fucking oven. So if you could lend us yours for a bit, I'm sure you can just pour some syrup on a rock and do just as well.
Excellent. Rune, you've activated a new skill that's perfect for you. It's called Ugly Truth.
Oh,
I'm
Ugly.
so good at this game.
I know.
Rune,
I
that's
didn't
not
bring-
nice at all.
Ugly truth is about convincing this guy. It's not really convincing. You're basically just speaking the truth, and it's not good for him. Let me get the exact description for you.
I'm such a dick.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I mean, it's not your fault. You're a terrible person. You're a dwarf. You're born that way. Ugly truth is a perception skill.
Yep.
Ugly truth is the singular ability to strip a situation or argument to its bare, naked core. You're ugly truthing about the worst possible outcome of situations, so it's ob 1.
All right.
Got a pretty good chance.
Oh wow! Look, 1 1 1 5 1.
Holy shit!
Oh my gosh.
He loses his fucking shit. He takes one of the still hot pancakes and presses it into your face, and then twist it so like the moldy ashy.
I'm just like screaming at this point, and it's like
He's
getting in my
screaming
mouth.
too. The city guard are coming over. One of the city guard notices you and is like, "Hey, that's the dwarf that owes me a new knife." They
I
when things
immediately recognize that I'm in trouble
Yeah.
and run to hide.
Okay.
I run as
I mean,
soon as the
it's-
other guy starts screaming. I'm out. Sorry.
I put the dough. I sneak it into the oven because all the commotion is going on. I just.
All right. Several questions here.
Yes.
Oh, she's just using the oven. That's fucking hilarious.
Pay attention. I'm gonna bake because that's what I do.
Rune.
Yeah. So when things get dangerous, I go for cover. So
Are
I
you
am like
trying to
legging
hide?
it.
Are you trying to hide using inconspicuous to just like fade away into the crowd, or are you literally running away as fast as possible?
I am trying to hide in like whatever looks dark.
Right.
And
I mean,
yeah.
You can
I'm
make it
gonna, like-
inconspicuous if you want,
Okay.
or you can make it a speed test to run away faster than they can chase you. You're a dwarf, so it's probably not going to go that way.
Can I add traits to stuff? like that?
You don't
Like
add traits to things.
Shaped from earth and stone. Can I like hide in a dirt hole?
No, that has to do with your access to dwarven magic.
Okay. Let's see here. Hungry.
How do you want to
Sure.
do this?
I would probably run. Like
Okay.
I don't know who's where and what's happening, and my eyes are full of like black shit. I'm just gonna
Right.
run.
You're making a speed test versus obstacle 3. It's very bad for you. Dun 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 dun.
Sixes,
dun,
sixes.
Oh, there were sixes.
Ooh,
Wait.
Damn, his last point of fate to get away.
Boom.
Boom. I mean, you technically get way more dice on this. Congratulations. You get a difficult speed test. Like Victor Kovacs moment. What does he start
Dark
running
Souls
down
Dark
his staircase?
Boom. Headshot.
The guard throws a grenade for some reason.
No, more of a. We are so fucked. We are so fucked.
We're
we
so
are
fucked. We're so fucked. We're so fucked.
That thing, yes.
Victor was great. I mean,
Yes.
all of Steven's characters on Swan Song were great.
Yes. We missed that, but whatever.
I
Moving
still need to
on.
watch the 10-hour-long bonus episode with Matt Mercer.
Won't do it.
No? No?
Nope.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go
No.
all in.
No. Can't do
Wow, Virgil, you only need one more difficult test on Will? Holy shit. Well, the good news is that you smoke these humans. You were just
And it's a good thing I'm doing the faster too, because I don't stop screaming, and the only reason I'm getting away is because my little legs are doing 6 times as many steps as their big ones are.
I think the tipping moment is right when they're about to catch up with you. One of the saucier starts screaming bloody murder that he's been stabbed in the ass. And sure enough, when he turns around, there is the hilt of that silver knife stuck in his butt. Blood is just pouring down his pants. And another little kid is like knifing the sous chef in the knee and cuts the muscle, and the guy flops over like a fish. I know I'm laughing. This is really bad. Like,
Oh, gee.
these kids are destroying. Like, Minucci is still cooking calmly. He's keep calm and carry oning. As these kids are like knocking things over, setting it on fire, Minucci's just taking a tray of the steamed buns up onto the stage to present to the Viscount. But like the people, like whoosh, there's a huge gap now as people are running away from the horrible. It's not technically murder, but the horrible assault of these tiny like Wolverine children that you've unleashed upon the sous chef and the saucier. And that gives you that extra second as a fleeing pedestrian runs into the lead guard. That's your fate
Thank
roll
God.
right there. Yeah. So Evie, you're just gonna co-op this guy's oven while no one's looking.
I pieced out. I was terrified.
Oh,
No,
my
I
bad.
watched it happen.
Oh, you're
I'm
coming
just
over.
Casually, like
No,
everyone's
yeah,
like,
she as soon as we were as soon as the guy
Yeah.
slammed me in the face, she said she
Yeah.
started putting shit in the oven.
Yep. Well, he's not looking. The dough's
right.
ready. Here it goes.
You tell me what you're trying to do here. You're trying to.
I'm trying to bake a sweet version with the honey and some herb spices. I can pull things off of one of the people's pizzas if I
Okay.
need. Topping
She
it.
was
I'm
talking
trying to
about
make it-
using like I think we were talking about like making like little sweet breadsticks, basically.
Okay,
Yes.
you're gonna invent cinnamon sticks here.
That's
basically.
right. Yes.
All right. They're
Unlike
only ob
The
4.
dwarf would be like, grind up some
I'm going
tree
to-
bark, put it in there.
Now they're hiding, so I'm not counting on anybody's help. but
You,
baking.
Sarah will help you. Sarah's
Oh, okay,
still right
Sarah will
here.
help.
Sarah, if you
Good
need
for
help,
you,
Sarah's
Sarah.
gonna roll her eyes and just be like, "It's not like I have anything else better to do."
Sarah, you can't always just rely on violence. Sometimes you need to be able to bribe people with
As
food.
you say that, she just points to where the kids are running away from the scene of the assault.
I did not do that. The dwarf did that. Maybe dwarves aren't as good as I thought they were, but whatever. I'm forking in cooking and sweet tooth wise because I have sweet tooth wise.
Yeah.
And then Sarah's is 3. So modifiers 3, no Artha, and base
Come
off
on, baby.
said
Come on.
4?
Come on.
Based
Did
off
you
Make,
say
of
four?
make me the sweets.
4?
Nope.
What?
Oh,
You
dear.
gave me
No
sixes?
sixes.
No sixes on 8 dice.
I burned them.
No,
in this
they're not
class.
burned. They're just regular. They're not spectacular.
Ah! Throw them on the ground. Okay, I think we just add honey to the pizza.
Okay.
Drizzle over honey and add that sweetness that he likes to his fancy pizza.
All
And
right.
we add that combination of sweet and savory. We just go,
There's just barely
those
enough
people-
honey. It's a real thin drizzle.
but that's perfect. It'll just add that hint of sweet. Like, when people put some pineapple on their pizza in real life. I don't know how you feel about all that, but some people love that sweet.
I actually like pepperoni and pineapple pizza. I
I
know.
like it because I eat the pineapple first because I
Ah,
like the
there
pineapple.
we go.
So I eat all the pineapple and then I eat the rest of the pizza.
All right. I think this is the moment of truth here.
Okay, so I drizzle that honey. I hope to at least match the sweetness. And then it's ready. And I say, and no one's around. So I say, so I have the pizza that's for the Viscount, Edwin. I cradle that and I go, pizza is new. I'm going to try and
Thomas and Sarah, like, Thomas is just like, no.
Okay.
And they will go to work getting the
You
people.
go to work. Spread the pizza. Spread the word.
Let's make a streetwise check on their behalf real quick. So,
Feed the people.
they
And I
each have a 3, and Thomas is going to help Sarah.
Mhm.
Ooh, no, it's not very good. You get some people to show up, but not a lot.
I needed Evelyn Singhag. She hid. Did she
so-
come back?
Yeah, I'll come back when everybody stops screaming.
Okay.
No, I think it's too late. I think the pizza needs to be presented now.
I'm presenting it.
All right, here's the
All of my
thing.
worldly etiquette.
If I had infinite dollars, I would pay Peter Jackson to get the song from when the wraiths show up from Lord of the Rings. That's like dun 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 dun. So you and Minucci are at the same time like slow motion ascending the steps up to the gallows to give your winning entries to the Viscount. And as you go forward, like the soundtrack has bombastic Latin chanting going on where someone's like Vana Tedisha, and you can see the sweat on each of you.
Espiritus.
In the background is like kids stabbing in slow motion. Blood.
Total chaos.
The guards like got one of the kids by the belt, and he's just like, no. Yeah.
I rely on my etiquette to be very humble in my presentation, which I'm hoping Minucci is not. Because he'll probably be an arrogant bastard, but I will be the proper servant to the Lord that he deserves.
Oh, if you're sure, you want to make an etiquette roll.
I want him to not be able to decide, and he's like, I'm not sure. You should fight each other to the death.
I'm just gonna rip his arm off and beat him.
All right, it's an obtuse etiquette test.
Okay, etiquette. Do I have any other skills? Active skills. Now, would you let me bring in Sweet Toothwise?
For etiquette?
Yeah,
if you wanted to play up the honey on the pizza, if you want to give me a line real quick.
I'm describing it.
My good Viscount!
Don't use the bee vomit angle.
Dearest Viscount Edwin, I have my friends and I, Chef Evelyn, singing chef, you know, and I have worked very hard this last month to come up with this. It is the wonderful balance of both sweet and savory. That drizzle of the purest, most natural honey, which is from exotic fields, not even near here. I have brought this all the way from Quebec and the Fertile Valley up there. This honey.
Did you say Quebec?
Quebec. K-I-R-B-E-C-H.
Okay.
It's German. Quebec. But that sounds wrong when we say it that way. And we have assembled this pizza, the perfect balance of sweet and savory, the spice and the salami, the wonderful golden honey drizzled. And this for you, good Lord, are this newest food invention we present to you, and we hope that you will enjoy. And I bow my head and I hold it out for him. And it's been cut perfectly by a nice dwarven slicing device, and it's just wonderfully laid upon the platter.
Obtuse.
Okay, so I click on the
Let's see if you can peacock.
etiquette. 1.
Donna.
Submit.
Tarisa.
Face obstacle 2.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, shit.
No.
Sorry, I don't
sixes.
have anything else I could do. No herbalism, reading, writing, fire building? No, none of that worked, so I didn't know what to do. I wish I had something else.
So Viscount Edwin of the House of Murph is just like, ugh, so faux pas with all the bowing and such. I shall try the Chef of Iron Minucci's dish first.
A dwarf screaming, running in the background, just barely audible.
He leans in toward Minucci and he's like, "This has been a rather interesting convention this time." And he's like, delicious, everything I wanted out of a dish. This pork, so rare, few people bother to cook it, what with all the disease. Well, this is fantastic, and the sugar, you can just taste it everywhere. I could eat this every day of my life. Now, what is this? Whatever this is here, it looks like someone barfed on a piece of bread.
You do not have to try it if you do not wish, my lord.
No, I've heard good things about it. The rabble out there seem entertained by it. I'm impressed at the productivity you're showing out of your young folk. I assume you picked them up off the streets somewhere.
labor is when you have them young and hungry for success.
Well,
They tend to excel in their efforts.
I find such forward thinking important in my staff to encourage others that are less fortunate, like them. He like gestures out there. So it's to be reminded that this guy's wearing like a suit that was tailored specifically for him, and at the end of the day, he'll probably donate it to someone and wear another fresh suit tomorrow.
But at this point, are all the kids just being like beaten with sticks by the guards? Like,
Except for Thomas and Sarah, who are strangely trying to do a really good job. Like they're staying out of the fighting and just trying to sell this pizza really hard.
They're slanging pizzas, just
no,
slanging.
No, they're not slanging it though. No one cares because they're all watching the fight.
Oh.
While they're feeding the masses snacks.
What we should be selling is beer.
Yeah, dwarven beer too.
We should have brewed some dwarven honey beer. Oh well. Late. Too late. I'm going back to Kirbeck, I guess. Live in mom and dad's basement. Baking bread for them for the rest of my life.
Going back to.
Oh, hey, they said, oh, you'll get far, be page to this great noble, Lord William, who then gambled so much he had to sell his estate to his brother, and we went off to be bloody mercenaries. Man, he got himself killed, and fuck. Well, here I am. So.
do we fade in and out on your like life story to the Count, and he's just Viscount? He's just like, that is fascinating. I'm going to eat a slice of this pizza now.
Yes.
I think the shadows have moved in the background. It's obvious you've been talking for a little while.
I just really want one guy to come up to him and be like, Viscount, the peasants are revolting. Like, they certainly are.
I'm going to do what's called a die of fate. You've made it so that the situation has changed. It's no longer the steamed pork bun is better. It's 50-50. On a 1 through 3, he's going to fall on favor for the pork bun. On a 4 and 5, he's going to go for you. And on a 6, you'll have an overwhelming success and something special will happen.
On a 7, which isn't possible, the children murder him.
So, I mean, send your energy now. Even if you're watching on YouTube, energy can travel through both time and space.
It can, actually, yeah, because space and time are both relative.
Physics,
Technically true.
Yes, physics.
Just remember that we're rotating through space, and also our solar system's moving. So when you're sending the energy, send it backwards in space as well as time.
Right, and yeah, remember that in the area of the Earth, time is warped by the gravitational field, so it's different in the track where we aren't currently.
And please calculate for daylight savings time.
Yeah. Just switch, so that's a tricky one.
No. I have really bad news for you.
I'm going home.
We didn't spend enough episodes charging our attack, guys.
The whole thing is a disaster for your group. He goes overwhelmingly in favor of the chef of Iron Manucci. You don't sell nearly enough pizzas to be popular. And the last thing that's happening is Ansel coming over asking about when someone's going to pay for his wagon.
We lost, so never.
Sorry. He's just like, that wasn't the deal last.
The deal was we would pay you when we won.
Look, I expected
and he said,
nothing.
If you lost, then we'd have to talk.
Well, we lost. If you want to fight me for it, I will put up a good one.
Why can't we just pay for the wagon?
I have no money. I've put everything I had into this.
I still have a cash die.
Are you offering to pay?
Yeah.
All right. It's an op too.
I don't suppose you want to help me, Rune.
Another obligatory screaming dwarf in the background again.
Okay.
Are you showing up to help? Are you going to leave her to her dire fate?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine that I like show up and I have like a robe on, like that I've like grabbed off of someone's like drying clothes. So I like come out of the alley and you guys obviously notice it's me right away. And I'm like, oh dear, we're in trouble, aren't we?
We have to pay for the wagon now.
We lost.
Well, I didn't expect anything different from all you racist humans. Never give a dwarf a chance.
No. Well.
Anyways, let's see what we got here.
You pull out your coin purse and like a butterfly comes out.
Like a beautiful butterfly.
Okay, it sounds like you have 2 helping die. I don't suppose you have any persona you want to put towards this.
I believe I put my persona in the baking.
You did.
I have to pull out my tertiary coin pouch at this point.
I love the idea that they're also rated by both size and color.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
got a fate.
god, there's a fate. All right, good luck. GL.
Nope.
I'm gonna give you the wagon, but unfortunately your resources drops to 0, Evie, which means your resources is 0, and now it permanently is reduced from 2 to 1. So your resources is now permanently 1, even if you were to get it back up.
And then for what the helping
you also get taxed.
goes down. Yeah.
Your resources drops from 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Temporarily. Until you recover it. Yeah. This is bad. I feel like the end here is just like the 3 of you looking miserable. There's like a riot happening in the background. Your pizzas aren't being sold. Thomas and Sarah are just working so hard and no one will pay attention to them. The Viscount's like holding a bun like the Triforce over his face. Like da 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 da.
I grab the letters.
Oh boy.
I just hand them to the Viscount and say, some interesting reading to find out how your new chef goes about his business.
So he takes a few seconds to look through the letters and says, "My dear woman, are you accusing this man of murder?"
I'm not accusing him of anything. Those are the letters in his handwriting. And there was a dwarf who broke in.
He holds them out towards you and he says, "That's not how the courts work around here. You're bringing this personally to me. Are you backing this with your personal reputation to say that this man, the chef of Aya Manucci, attempted to sabotage your works?"
No, I just want you to know who you're hiring. That is all, my lord. And then I bow and I just walk away. I'm leaving. I'm going home.
I think that through all of this, Manucci is like staring daggers at you, and it's obvious to Evie and Rune that Manucci is absolutely going to kill all of you for this.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's up on the stage, Battlestar Galactica's version of All Along the Watchtower's playing. He's like standing triumphantly looking at you like, "Die tonight."
I'm gonna move behind Rune again and kind of like duck down so he's taller than me.
I go up to the children. I say, well, we gave it our greatest try.
Thomas is like, "This is awesome."
I go up to the
this every day.
children. Yeah, I go up to the children. I'm like, well, we're going to need to get all your friends together and get them all well armed.
And meet at Evelyn's house. And we're going to have a party in the garden to celebrate our attempt. Yes.
And we'll ambush whoever Manucci sends to kill us right on the path.
And then tomorrow, Thomas and Sarah, would you like to join me? We're going to go to my wealthy parents' house in the city of Quebec, and I will teach you everything you need to know about fighting that I have ever learned.
Sarah's just like, "No, screw that. We're going to go with Rune. We're going to learn everything we need to about dwarven smithing."
Thomas, you want to go with Rune? You may. That's
Thomas is completely divided. He both wants to go with Anya and his sister at the same time.
You don't always have to be together, Thomas.
Thomas is just like, "What? Why can't we stay together and keep baking pizzas? I don't understand. People will eat this. We can make money."
I'm not going to stop making pizzas, but...
Manucci's going to kill us. We just need to be ready for that. And once we survive his attempt, we'll just have to find our own ways in life.
We could just move and sell pizzas on the road.
Yes. Oh, Quebec would be... The valleys are so fertile up in Quebec. I mean, Evelyn, every herb you could imagine just grows there. The honey is the best. The beer. Oh, the beer. I mean,
I want to be
Oh.
clear here, Evelyn. You are willing to give up the house that you've lived in for years and owned to just run away and live on the
I don't
road?
want to. Someone's gonna murder me, man.
Okay. All right.
We
My
can
instinct is to run away if someone's gonna murder me.
Well,
Yeah,
Peace
I'm sure
out.
I could. I'm sure I could get 15, 20 Daniels gathered together in the next half hour. It shouldn't be a problem.
Well, I came here to be a success, and I failed. I can be a success at home. I mean,
We
training.
didn't
My
fail.
family does.
Just because the Viscount doesn't like it doesn't. We made a great product. People just need to see that now.
People aren't eating it as much as we would hope.
There's literally a riot going
so
on.
distracted by the riot.
There are guards openly beating people in the street.
Let's just go. I'll collect my things and I will defend you through the tonight. I will gladly give my life to defend both of you if that's what it took. But in the morning, I guess I have to go home.
I want to like take some of the pizza and go up to some people watching the riots and say, "Eat this while you're food and entertainment, dinner and a show. Enjoy it.
And a show.
This is
Right.
called pizza."
It's like beating children.
I'm going to give you two options here. This is either a conspicuous test, or if you turn it into a song, of which you will need to compose at least one lyric line for me. It can be a sing. Put on a show, one wrong move, and everyone will know.
Can I start singing "Be Our Guest" and start handing out the pizza?
Yes, be our guest. I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, then I'll
Put
try.
our
try to sing.
copyright protection to the test. Write our trademarks round your napkin.
Instead of like try the gray stuff, it's delicious. I say try the pizza, it's delicious.
Oh,
Start handing it
my
out.
Goodness. Okay. Make your singing. I think it's going to be difficulty 3. That's
Can
the
somebody-
average will of the crowd.
Somebody want to help me?
Does anyone have any singing style help?
Let me
only
look.
have-
Let me.
Which I could be properly presenting pizzas to people. You know, flourish.
Etiquette only works if they're nobility or lords.
Okay,
of some
then
kind.
no, I have nothing other than.
I mean, if that's specifically what you all want to aim for, like the minor nobility of the area.
Sure.
I have.
Over, they'll say like pork buns. We want pizza for our feast.
I would
I
let
have-
you fork reputation-wise into this, Virgil.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
you wanted to find like the people most susceptible to pizza mania.
Yeah. And I'm like kicking in with like additional lyrics and backup vocals. All probably slightly out of tune because dwarves can't hear music.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. Here's the deal. On a success, you will not attract the attention of the Viscount, nor will you get the general public. What you will do is get a small group of nobles who might be patrons.
In dwarven society, the best singer is just the loudest singer.
Before you say that, there's actually a skill called drunking, which is about getting drunk as fast and loud as possible. It's dwarf only. I feel like dwarves singing over each other is definitely. I mean, what's the specific coarse persuasion, which is where they slap you on the back and convince you it's in your best interest to do something? Nah, it'll be great. Come on, buddy. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so there's 2 modifiers to that, right?
Yes, there are.
Okay.
Good luck. Bum bum ba-dum bum bum bum. Oh my god.
Yay!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So it's not as dark as it all seems. At the last minute, you pull out a come from behind victory. The dog does get the basketball into the hoop.
Dog?
What? Airbud reference.
Yeah.
Airbud is the best.
It's not a dog that plays basketball.
I mean, if you're talking about dogs that
what
play
it is.
basketball, definitely the best.
It's not the kind of.
There's
thing
no
dog-
rule against a dog not playing.
Oh,
I loved
Disney.
that movie as a kid, man. That's why I still want a golden retriever.
I play basketball every week. A dog would get crushed.
I just imagine Sammy like sitting with her new dog at like a basketball court crying when she finds out that it can't play basketball. It's like, why won't you dunk?
I feel like it'd be really good at just tipping the ball over into the basket when somebody fails. Boop. All right. Yeah, you get a small group of knights and like minor lords. Probably the captain of the city watch. He's just like shouting at people. He's just like, "Shut up! You beat that man to death!" Just, and then he like grabs a slice. He's like, "Whoa, wow, this is high caloric, meaty. I like it. What does
It's
it cost
pizza.
to make something like this? Cheap, right?
Oh, easy, yeah.
You can just put anything on it. Good. I want you to make food for my city guard. We gotta get them beefed up. Look at them. They're all scrawny, puny, half men and women. We need to get some cheese in them. Get some
Which
beef."
I wait a second. May we have a moment?
Yes. All right, so before you go, this guy's name is Sir Promar Priebus.
I'm writing this down.
Sir
Actually, no, I'm
Provolone.
not writing it down because it's our last episode. What do I start? Promar Previs. Sir Promar.
I mean, when we do the Valentine's Day special, this is all.
The Valentine's Day special.
I'm writing it down.
You gonna call shot for that Star Wars Christmas special next year? Oh
Yeah,
boy.
it's just gonna be an episode of sauce and murder. You know that.
I'd like to ready an action for our Easter special.
Don't think that.
I won't be here for our Easter special.
I
Is that
actually-
when we invent peeps?
That reminds me, I need
Yeah.
to tell the Patreon people that I'm not gonna be able to make the Easter. I'm gonna have to push it back. I thought I'd be here, and then now I won't be. Also, 3 people can't make it anyway. All right, back on topic. You wanted to pull away from Sir Priebus and have a group chat?
Yes, really quick.
Group huddle.
Group huddle. Group huddle. How do you feel about that? Could we build him an oven and could we feed the city guard? Could that be our new employee? I mean, we'd have the city guard on our side. Minucci wanted to murder us. He'd get fucked. Seriously fucked. I mean, he'd go up against the city guard. They'd butcher him. That's excellent protection. He couldn't do anything to us ever. What do you think?
Aye, and maybe we could be making so much of it. Maybe we could get some of these kids something in their belly so they don't have to run around stealing stuff all the time.
And then they would also make excellent guards.
We can sell to everybody and just focus on the guards right now.
But any
They
of the
want the
extras,
business.
we could feed the guards, and then any of the extras could be sold for our own profit at the end of the day once the guards have had their fill.
We can make a lot of pizzas with that oven. It's very fast.
We could build extra ovens. We could work at multiple locations. We could train Thomas and Sarah either how to make pizzas as well, or if they don't want to do that and they still want to, be rough and tumble, we could make them into honorable, respectable city guards, and then they could protect the people. So we could either feed the people or protect them. What do you think, team? Should we do it? Can I stay here instead of having to go home to my parents and live in the basement of their home?
Are you
Because
sure
that's
we're not
what they-
going to get murdered? I don't want to get murdered.
You will not get murdered. I will gather my gear, and with the city guard on our side, we will stand to defend you. You know that. There's no way Minucci can ever hurt us again if we make this deal. Because he likes a product, and if Minucci wants to harm the people who make this delicious thing that his city guard needs, there'll be riots and if the city guard uprise, who can stop them? They're the ones who maintain the order. So I think we'll be just fine.
I agree. Minucci also notoriously terrible at crime.
Yes, and don't worry about Minucci, Evie. Your Rune and I will figure out something later on. I'm sure. Isn't that right, Rune?
That's all right.
That's right. Don't worry about it. He will never harm us.
All right. I do want to make these this pizza. I believe that this is the best in the competition. I tried those sweet buns. I liked this better.
Well, it has a good mix of the sweet and savory. It's not just the sweet and then the pork gets lost to the sugar. If you're a sugar addict of this exotic material, sure, nobles are like that. But I think guardsmen, they're honest. They know a good hearty meal when they have it. And they know how to fight. They'll protect us.
All right.
Are we agreed then? All right.
Hi.
So Priebus, you have a deal. We would be happy to set up and bake these wonderful pizzas to feed your guards. It is everything they need. It has the vegetables. It has the meat. It has the bread, everything they need to feed them. We can create them and we can keep your guards strong, fighting fit, and ready to keep this city in order. The only thing that we would ask is that in return, you, as we do this, of course, there are two things. One, do protect us so that we can continue to feed all of your wonderful
He
guardsmen.
just holds a hand up and he's like, "That's a weird thing to ask for.
Wow.
Is there something specific you're worried about?"
Oh, well, Minucci tried to sabotage our entry to the contest, but we can forgive him for that, but I don't know if he can forgive us for coming so close to winning. What?
When you say Minucci, he's like, "Minucci! I hate that guy."
Well, he
He's
doesn't like us.
terrifying.
We came within a dwarf's whisker of a beard of winning this competition. He only edged us out, so he hates us for that. So he could do something very stupid.
If you can make this glorious high caloric intake for very cheap, I will have my best men guard each of you.
Oh.
And we'll keep an eye on Minucci.
See, Evie, I told you.
You see there?
Him and his guardmen all go into a song about how terrible Minucci is.
Yeah. Secondly, because we can make so much of this, what we would like to request is that we, at the end of the day, when the guards have had their fill, because it's best to make fresh pizza every day, that we can then sell whatever's left over at the end of the day to the people and feed them as well. And that keeps them happy and keeps them from rioting or doing stupid things, which also is good for the guards because then they don't have to work quite so hard. As today's chaos with these strange children trying to murder and feed and steal food, well, if we give them cheap food, then they won't be like this and we won't have to club them in the head. That's probably a good idea.
You have no idea how hard it is.
I do. I mean, I realized right away that I had made a grave error.
Minucci, played by Sammy Tucci.
All right, get in there and write us a good Minucci song. I want 20 or 30 lines that rhyme with Minucci. Nothing offensive.
Not gonna happen. All right. So
All I can think of is coochie. Don't use that.
It is the end of the month, which means you are all about to get taxed. The good news is that all of your resources scores go up by 1 because you've achieved a new station in life. You are now the official cooks of the city guard. You're on your way up in life. The bad news is that all of you now need to make a resources test against your tax.
Hey, at least I got a resource to find. Okay, what about
and for those of you whose resources have been temporarily dropped, you need to, your resource will both go up by 1, and your actual resource score will go up by 1.
Wait, so
goes back up to.
Does mine go back up to 2, or does it go back
Yes.
down to 1?
It goes back up to what's your resource now?
Okay. It dropped down to. It was originally 2. Then I got taxed once to drop it down to 1, and I got taxed again to drop it down to 0.
All right, it's now 1 of 3.
1 of 3.
Yep. So you're still 2 dice down.
Okay.
Let's see here. Resources. Some of you are gonna have pretty hard resources, and some will not. The good news for you, Anya, is that your resource test is only a 1.
Yeah.
You do not live a high life.
Well, what do I do? Do I have to click a button?
Yep, you just roll against an obstacle 1. You all can help each other on this, but remember, if you fail, you get taxed.
I'm just gonna roll my own.
Okay.
I'm used to living I've had a pretty rough life getting here. So modifier 0, submit Artha 0, base obstacle 1.
Wow.
Woo!
There you go. You
A
succeed
success.
with the
Nice.
smallest possible number to do it on.
Well, whatever.
You are halfway to getting your resources and another level up.
Do I check anything? Routine?
Yeah, you can check either a difficult or a routine test.
Okay, I'll click a difficult. We'll do routines.
Okay. So, cat. Actually,
my headphones.
I want to say it's better to check a routine, and here's why.
Oh, okay.
Any 1 in the future will also get you a test, but if you have to aim for higher than a 1, like a 2 or a 3, it'll always be difficult. The only possible way you can get a 1, I'm sorry, the routine is on a 1, basically.
I figured it
Okay.
out. Okay, here I clicked a routine. Now
Let's see here. You run a country villa, so your obstacle is 3, Cotton.
Oh, well, I can't make that.
You can ask your friends for help.
Yeah, I help. I help by increasing the value of the steading with my
Interesting.
resources.
Interesting. I'll tell you what, Thomas and Sarah will also both help.
Oh, sweet.
They actually live there now. I mean, that's let me be clear. Like, that's the thing. They're going to be moving in with you permanently if you take their money.
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. I'm fine with them living
All
with me.
right.
Based obstacles 3, so.
And even if she wasn't, she wouldn't say anything
Aw.
about it.
Okay.
Oh no!
Your resources drops back to 0 again.
Oh man!
And your
Got no money.
resources
And
permanently
mine goes
drops
down.
from 3 to 2 again.
Mine goes down to 2.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. You run a forge. You got all sorts of stuff going on. You got a wagon.
Wagon's probably not very much upkeep, but the forge, I have to there has to be metal and wood to work a forge.
Maintaining a family, maintaining a small business. Yeah, I feel like yours is also going to be Ob 3.
I would help you, but I can't. I'm sorry. I now have 0.
You taxed as well. And it's a
Now I'm
challenging.
down to 1.
So actually, it drops 2, which means your resources permanently drops from what did it start
3?
at? 4?
I mean, 35 seconds ago it was at 3.
No, what's your maximum?
It's at 3 was what it was before I helped
Okay.
Sammy on her roll. So it's at 0.
All right.
That's all my money.
Your maximum resources drops from 3 to 2, and you need to recover it somehow. Even though you're all working for the city guard now, you're all super poor. Like, people are coming into your house, Evie, and taking your stuff. Like, you're getting,
I know why I'm poor.
You're getting repoed.
It's because I got in with the Daniels, and I'm like bringing them pizza and stuff all the time, and trying to get them more organized into a militia.
Thomas and Sarah had money for about 5 seconds, and were on their way up in the world, and then were crushed at the last second when they were like, "No, but all you said it would be okay, Evie." They committed all of their funds toward this. All right. It still ends dark no matter what happens, except for Anya, who I guess has become a successfully recognized baker.
I now bake for people who know how to fight. I used to do that.
Yep.
I do that.
Yep. And you actually, you have enough money to stay in your own place if you want to.
I would have a small, unless the guard captain is flirtatious. We both have a hate of Minucci.
We'll leave that on the table for the future. That's fan
Rune-
fiction right there.
Rune couldn't become famous, and he now wants to become infamous.
He's gonna run the underworld, but like
the
literally, he's gonna create a whole second city under the city.
Yeah.
That's right. He can do that. He can just dig underneath.
Evie's
tunnels.
Evie's decided that trusting random strangers is a horrible idea and she should never do it again.
Like not all people are good, just me.
I love
Yeah.
how like Anya gets everything she wants, and then Rune and Evie, Sarah and Thomas, all their lives are ruined by this venture.
Well, I talked to the guard captain and say, well, you know those young children who help us.
Let's
I'm pretty
wrap
sure
up
I
the-
had like
Yeah.
resources 5 when I started this game.
I had nothing. I came here with.
You got
I
the
even-
shit text out of you.
Yeah.
Recovering resources is very difficult. Oh, did you say you started with 5?
Yeah.
Oh, then your resources is 0 for 4 now. Your maximum resources only
maybe-
drops when you hit 0.
Oh, okay. So I've
So
been
you're
marking
0
it
for 4.
down.
So that's like as you've been going down, that's a temporary modifier. So for instance, Evie is 0 for 2, I think.
Yeah.
To recover resources, you have to spend the entire month doing nothing but working a job. And that's where skills like blacksmithing or administration or accounting, estate management, baking or cooking probably would work toward it as well. You would have to basically for the entire month say, we're not doing anything this month. Make one roll, see if you make enough money, and then you get taxed again at the end of the month. So Burning Wheel, we've done a lot of very much one episode in one day, but you could also do like an entire year over the course of 5 minutes. It's very flexible in that way. So now we get to say goodbye to our characters, but before we go, let's find out about those beliefs, instincts, and traits and see if anybody earns some interesting things. We're not going to have time for the trait vote, unfortunately.
That's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Who wants to go
Yeah.
first in saying goodbye to their character, not to the audience?
Yeah. Our pizza's gonna make us rich and famous.
You get fate towards that.
I owe Sarah and Thomas big time for taking out the
You
trash.
promised to make them swords.
Um,
And they now have a job for you. I mean, I'm willing to give you a persona for that one.
Evie has notoriety. We need her to be the mouthpiece for the group at the competition.
I don't think you made any attempt to do that.
What? I made like a whole speech.
Oh, that's true. You did. I will give you fate for that, if only because Evie was not the mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Ran away and hid instead.
My wife is my ally. She was kind of allied most of the time.
Did you do anything to make her more or less allied?
No, I kind of stood up for the kids more.
Yeah, I don't think you did anything towards that.
Jogging didn't get me in trouble. Things get dangerous. I go for cover.
Oh,
Kind of
that
did
got you
get
in
us
a
in
ton of
trouble.
Take a fate point for that.
Don't let other people touch your stuff. No one touched my stuff.
True. All right. Who's up next?
That's kind of like a don't touch my stuff.
Don't touch my
kinda-
stuff.
Yeah. At the bus depot, don't touch my stuff. Kind of feeling.
Cotton, what do you got for us?
I believe that a pizza can feed the people.
You feel like fate or persona?
I don't know.
You feel like you fed the people, or do you feel like you started working?
Well, we kind of took a step because we didn't get the big part of the crowd. We only got the guards.
Excellent. Get fate. Everyone is good on the inside. You get persona for this one. I thought for the longest time you would only be able to get fate for that, but then you literally laid down the law with the dwarf lady. Fucking smacked Issa down and we're like, no, Anya can change. She can change. She can change. Speaking of your last belief, I'm curious about how you feel you did on this one.
I didn't murder Minucci at the last moment. Like,
I mean, you would have
I
tried.
left my knife behind.
Anya didn't do anything violent this episode.
Do you believe that that was on your behalf?
No,
So the
probably
question
not.
is, based on your belief, you feel you worked toward it and made it happen?
Not this episode. I actually don't think I did any, except I yelled at her for turning the kids. But that's
Yeah,
about it.
she did yell about like
All right.
not having to kill people all the goddamn time.
Take fate.
She's like, "Do you always have to kill people?"
Did any of your instincts or get you in trouble or move the story in any direction?
I ran away instead of being the voice of the competition.
That did not help you, actually.
I know it
Mhm.
didn't help.
That did the
Mhm.
opposite. Any traits?
Well, we didn't see any dogs,
know.
and
Oh. It's a sad day for dogs.
I didn't interact with the kids much either. So
Yeah. No. Didn't treat the kids with kindness or give them any sweets.
Yep.
You didn't even give the little murderous kids who were stabbing Minucci's dudes.
Run over there, start throwing hard candy at them.
What are you, Anna from Overwatch? Look what I've got. All right, speaking of people with A and A in their name, let's talk to Anya Miller.
Hello. Beliefs. I believe I can show Evie that I'm a decent, caring human being. I don't know.
Evie, what's your
Evie.
thoughts on this? Did she work toward it? Did she finish it?
I was gonna say I stood up for her with the dwarf lady.
So
saying
you
that she
feel like
wasn't.
that you believe that now, that she's a decent, caring human being?
She's on her way to being a decent caring
All right,
human
take
being.
fate.
Woohoo! Fate. Okay, marking 1,
You get fate towards most popular entry in the competition for sure.
2.
Did not complete that.
Okay, now I can teach the children that there are better options than the street solution. Violence must not be the first response to a problem. It's my goal, and I'm sharing it with them.
You're gonna get Persona for that.
Yes.
They are no longer working on the street, although technically they are poor enough to be living on the street.
They can become guards, and that can channel their aggression into something that lets them walk around the dust and crack skulls, but not have to live in the dust if they really wanted to.
Interesting.
So we can channel that. If they don't want to give up their aggression, we can turn it to
Oh man,
better causes.
who are
So that
the
it's
ones
not
from Horizon Zero Dawn? Aaron and his older sister, where she becomes captain of the guard and he's like her second in command, and they just walk around beating the crap out of people all the time. They're the best. They're the best brother and sister.
Well, there you go. You have inspiration
Yeah,
for
you
it.
just
but
gotta
this
beat
is-
foreigners.
Right.
Win.
I bet Sarah and Thomas would love that.
Okay. None of
Uh,
my instincts got me in trouble. So
Any traits? Oh, you only have flowery, tan, curious.
culinarian, I tried to be do something on the fly, but I don't really know if that flies.
You know what? I'll give you fate for that.
Okay.
Did try to
fate.
invent cinnamon.
Yes.
You invented honey sticks, and then
It was just okay.
when you got them, instead of feeding them to the count, you just threw them on the ground and stomped on them.
I was mad. They did
Yeah,
not.
I know you were mad. It was hilarious.
This is inferior quality shit. I'm not gonna feed it to anybody.
So
All right.
dwarfing right now, so hard.
Dwarf hard. Dwarf hard because it feels good.
So good. All right. Let's talk about saying goodbye. Say goodbye to you, the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, audience.
Well, we're gonna outro introduce ourselves. Outroduce ourselves.
Outroduce?
Yes, I'm Arthur Perkins. This is AP Gaming Real. Thank you for surviving through this with us. It was a last minute come from behind victory in every literal way.
We only lost the competition because it came down to Iron Jesus. You know. And we said, "May we walk on the water?" And he said, "No, drown."
I mean, that's.
And then the
sometimes it
guards
happens.
saved us from the metaphorical water the way they saved Rune from the literal water earlier on in our first episode.
True.
Ooh, yes, there we go.
Well, I'm Arthur Perkins. This is AP Gaming Real. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. On YouTube, I have all of my campaigns. We've done about 30 different systems. got almost 3,000 hours of content right now. Just,
I'm in at least like 10 of those systems as well.
yes, there are so many episodes. Cotton is in a bunch of them, including the wrestling show, the Worldwide Wrestling. What was your name? The Amazon?
Kaya.
Kaya the Amazon. Oh man, good stuff. Drop by, check us out. Twitter, Facebook, so good. All right, we're gonna go clockwise. So Cotton, you're up next. Who are you? Where can people find you? And what do you do?
I'm Cotton. I have a Twitter. Yeah, you can find me there if you want to. I just post doodles in there occasionally. I'm on your Discord a lot. That's
True, that's true.
about it. I have a fairly boring life, so that's all I can really.
But you have a cat.
I do have a cat.
Fluffiness. Oh. Never mind. Finish. Yep. No, ignore me.
Yeah.
I'm done. That's all I have to say.
Mm-hmm. Virgil, let's talk about you.
Hey everybody, Virgil here, also known as Zircon5 on the internet. Other than on Twitter, where it's just at Virgil Levenger, where you'll see me post links to things such as my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Zircon5, where high quality music of all genres is put up for you to download for free and use with a Creative Commons license. Don't let the crappy YouTube standard music ruin your creative works. Hit me up for a commission or use one from the website. If you enjoyed my roleplay, go over to twitch.tv/Zircon5, follow me, and then you'll see all the hosted channels, all of them. All my silly voices.
Lauren, this is your first stream.
Yes.
The first being online. You told me you were anti-famous, unfamous, and yet look at you
Well,
now.
maybe I'm a little different.
Your cat is more popular than you. Don't doubt
Well,
it.
well, before we go on, this is Clover. She woke up. This is old lady Clover. She's 10. She doesn't show up much, not like Thor, but
She looks excited. She's like, "What's happening? What's happening?"
She's like, "I'm being held. That's weird. What are you doing? Don't hold me. Don't hold me." But
Yeah,
she's
my
too
cat
small
does
to
that.
fight me the way Thor does.
Oh, my cat is very small and still fights me.
Nope.
Tiger.
She's so good. She's the best cat anyone could ever have. Well, I don't know. She's the best cat I could have. I rescued her 3 years ago. She was a stray and with no records anywhere for 5 whole years. No one could figure out where she was. And then I rescued her because I was at a meeting when I actually still had a job, and I got suckered into looking at cats because it was an animal and bylaw office.
Never go look at cats unless you're going to get a cat.
Well, when I got Thor, I was going to get a cat, but okay. So there.
Everyone wants to go down.
Finally made her debut. So yes, my cats they are allowed to be more famous than I am. My bread should be more famous than I am.
Look, my mustache is more well liked than I am. So
that is true.
But your mustache is like amazing.
I know.
It's a pretty impressive mustache.
Groomed, and it's just full and soup strainer quality.
If you compare my mustache to other mustaches, and then you just compare me to other people, it's not. I can't stand up to that.
What? Oh,
ratio.
But you play a dwarf so well. We're so impressed with it. And you did the Scottish and everything. It's just great.
Yeah, I just keep dumping all my stat points into mustache. I think it might be a mistake.
Yeah, you might be able to want to save 1 or 2 for something else. Mohawk, maybe. I don't know. Not face tattoo. Don't do that. But yes, hi. I'm Lauren Danger. You can follow me on Twitter at Lauren Danger. We won't talk about my Etsy shop because it's on vacation for holiday mode for 2 weeks, but I am a medieval weapons expert, home baker, leather crafter, cat wrangler, and all around communication specialist. So I'm going off to the UK for 2 weeks. That's why the show ends tonight. That's why we had to fast forward. But
I don't think we had to fast forward. I mean,
no, but
it went at a very good speed.
I would be on a role-playing game stream again. I would.
So my work here is done. Friends, countrymen, Romans, lend us your ears one last time.
Were you not entertained?
Were you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? Have a good night, everyone. Bye. Sorry that you had to die.